everyone. Welcome to the Talent Show, where you will meet the people that power TTEC. I'm Rebecca and will be your host for today's show. We're very honored and excited that you're here with us today because I know this is one of those conversations that will help you jump into action. If maybe you've been hedging on giving back, I know you'll walk away with from this conversation with opportunities for you to give back and get right back into action. So, did you know that 72% of people would love to give back, but their financial situation might not allow them to do it? 2/3 of people are stuck, according to research by Fidelity, and ways that they want to give back. And even more surprising is that 35% of people are looking for an alternative pathway to give back. And I found that pathway here at TTEC through our Community Foundation and employee-sponsored grants. My group here in Phoenix, the Osborne School District, was a recipient of the grant for Kids Read program, where we were able to give kids in 3rd grade books to take home and read with their family. And that's great, to be able to give kids books. But what we didn't realize is that access to books is one of the highest, the printed books is one of the highest indicators of academic success. So giving those books back was not only an opportunity for those kids that day that they brought it home to their family, but it was that ripple effect that extends to generations beyond. So, which is why I'm excited to introduce you today to Judith, who is our president of the TTEC Community Foundation, and for her to share the amazing work that is being done through our employees, through the foundation, throughout all of our communities across the globe. First, though, we do want to meet you. So thank you so much for dropping in the chat where you're joining us from today. We love to see our global audience from around the world. Shout out to our team members and friends in the Philippines. We know that you are going through some weather conditions right now and appreciate you jumping in and being here today. Fatma, welcome from Egypt. FB, thanks for joining us today from rainy Philippines. And Rakesh, namaste from India. We are so excited that you're all here to join us today because, again, I know this conversation with a woman who embodies the spirit of giving, Judith Almendra, our Group Vice President of People and Culture and President of the TTEC Community Foundation, is here today to share these incredible stories with us. So let's go ahead and welcome Judith on to today's talent show.
Hi, Rebecca, and thank you for that wonderful introduction. I'm super excited to be with you today and talk a little bit about our foundation. And I said our foundation because it's really our people's foundation. So looking forward to this conversation.
Well, Judith, thank you so much for your time and for being willing to come on today to share these amazing stories from our team around the world. We're really honored that you're here. So let's just jump into the conversation and let's start with, why does this foundation work matter to you?
Well, there are so many different reasons, and I think when you look at our mission, the mission of our foundation, you will understand why not only me, but so many are passionate about it. But I wanted to share, I'm a proud first-generation college and master's graduate in my family, and truly my educational journey is deeply rooted in the dreams and truly the sacrifices of my father. He grew up in Mexico and didn't necessarily have the resources in order to go to school. He was selling candy on the streets of Mexico to support his family since the age of 8 years old, and have to really drop his formal education when he was only in 2nd grade. So with that situation, he really always understood, and he always talked to me and to my sisters about how education can open doors, and he always wished he had access to that. So despite the hardships, he actually was able to grow through the ranks truly based on his work ethics in organization where he started as a mail delivery room. He became a high-level executive. So it's something that my family and I are very proud of, but he always believed that education could open doors that could have made his journey a lot easier than what it was. That uphill battle that he had to go through, it would have been a lot less uphill if he had access to the education. So he truly made it his mission to make sure that my sisters and I had the access and I had the opportunities that he didn't have. So when I won my scholarship to move to the US and get my master's, it was truly a very important moment for him. It was a win for the little boy that had to sell candy instead of carrying a backpack. And it really taught me about, when you talk about education, it's not about just access to, you just mentioned how important is access to books, access to classrooms, but he talked to us about how education is about dignity, is about opportunity, and is truly about breaking cycles. So that always stood for with me, and it's honestly, I do it to honor his legacy, but also to be able to make an impact in a lot of other people's lives, especially our children.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what an amazing story. And to not just excel past high school, past a college degree, but to get your master's, Judith, congratulations. And I know the ripple effect that your learning has on the rest of us here on the team here at TTEC too. So as you mentioned earlier, maybe we have people here on the call that aren't familiar with the foundation. So I love a good origin story. And I know our audience does too. So can you tell us a little bit about how did the TTEC Community Foundation get its start?
Sure, yes, and for those of you that know our founder and CEO Ken Tuckman, he started TTEC in 1982, and he has always been very passionate. So this is not going to come as a surprise, but his legacy has always been about creating a positive impact in other people's lives, particularly in our communities. And he has always been very passionate about helping children. So he started the TTEC Community Foundation almost 20 years ago, and with the purpose of using company resources, TTEC resources at the time, and our expertise. So not only funding, but also the expertise that we have within TTEC to transform the educational experience for students that have the greatest needs. Those that work in art or that live in in underserved communities in the places where we operate. So it all started with his goal and his dream that to influence education, knowing that education is the foundation of successful communities. So it started with a small group of people, and 20 something years later, I'm super proud to say that we have donated over $4 million to educational related activities. We also are very proud to have been named as part of the top foundations in the state of Colorado for the efforts that our team is doing. And the foundation has continued to evolve, or although education continues to be the main focus for our foundation. 30% of our funding of our efforts also go through also other social efforts. So Ken continues to be part of our board. We had amazing board members that contribute to our efforts today. But as the foundation evolved, we also wanted to make it part of something that our employees were passionate about. So it's truly an employee-driven foundation. We don't donate to things that our employees are not passionate about. So that's been, like I said, our mission since the beginning and continues to be our mission today.
I love it. Just, back to my personal story and what you were just saying, Judith, that passion to be able to give in my own community, and that TTEC offered me that opportunity. And the navigators that I worked with here, shout out to Lauren Smith, helping me to go through the grant process is so important. There's so many great people behind the scenes helping to make sure that those funds are distributed. And wow, what an amazing award to be able to be a part of that most valuable charity in Denver. Just want to go over to the comments here for a quick second. Shub is saying hello from India. Alex is watching from the Philippines. Hello to Helen. Hola, joining from Colorado. Mahesh, namaste from India. Sammy from South Africa. And then, I just wanted to get also too real quick because John's joining from sunny Tempe, Phoenix, Arizona. And I can tell you I'm here. It is sunny. It is a little warm here today. And Valia, greetings from sunny greetings from Athens, Greece. Thank you all for being here and a part of our conversation here today. And that leads beautifully into the next question, because I think everybody wants to give back. And it's so great to watch the impact that you have for those recipients. But what does it mean for us as givers? What do you think the power is in giving?
Yes, well, I think, I mean, you probably have personally experienced this, right? Because you have participated and donated. And I think is there are multiple different things. One is you will grow as an individual. You will learn so much going through that process, understanding what others with less resources have, the situations that they are in. But it creates truly a deep personal fulfillment. If you haven't participated, if you haven't had the opportunity to influence someone's lives, probably will be hard to understand, but is giving back, it really taps, for me at least personally, into a powerful sense of purpose and meaning. And I think understanding the ripple effects that that creates. Also, when you start getting engaged with efforts like what we do in the Community Foundation, it can create strong connections as well for those that are participating, for those that are figuring out who to give back. Because you start connecting with people that share your purpose, that share your values. So that's another way to build a strong networking, a strong connections. Supporting, also seeing how your efforts can impact the communities where you live, or the communities, or even one person's life. A child is just, is their future. So knowing and seeing the impact that it has on them, it is, like I said, probably the most rewarding things that someone can experience. It also, for us, it connects with our company values. So that's another way to connect with organization, connect with TTEC. And like I said, it just ensures success. It ensures the ripple effects. So there are many different ways. I personally have some mentees. I have been a mentor for many people along my career, and I can tell you, I have learned so much from them. I think I learned so much more than sometimes they learn from me. So it is a two-way, very rewarding street.
Yeah, that opportunity to that day in the classroom to watch the kids as we
Mhm,
read to them, and then run into the classroom to choose the 5 books that they were gonna take home that day to their
mhm,
families. Like you said, that connection with my community, with the
mhm.
people that I was there with, expanding my network, so invaluable and really immeasurable.
Right.
Over to Shivani saying hello from India, and
Thank you.
Camino, very proud to be a part of TTEC, watching from the Philippines. Bharat, good day to everyone from Ahmedabad, and Rupesh also joining us from Ahmedabad today. Definitely APAC is representing. Thank you all so
Very
much.
late over there, so that's a great, amazing to see the team participating from all over the world.
Yes, yes, so great. And that's why at the top of this I started with, I know this is going to be an opportunity for people to be inspired to take that next action. And along those lines too, Judith, I'm sure you've heard over your time here many amazing, powerful stories about the opportunities that TTEC Foundation has offered. What is one of your, I know this is going to be hard, but could you narrow down to just one story that you could share with us here today?
Yes, so I think you're right. Too many stories, right? And there are so many that have been so close to my heart. I think the one that it always resonates, and I think is because I have the opportunity to actually experience it and being there. And sometimes we don't always get the chance to do that, right? We make decisions sometimes here, and the impact and everything happens around the world. But I had the opportunity during a visit to one of our Philippines locations to visit a school with some of our executive team, and we learned that we had children in a school very close to one of our contact centers many years ago, that they have to cross the river walking each day to get to class. There was no bridge. They have to carefully, like, put their notebooks and everything on their head in a plastic bag, and all their school supplies, to make sure that they were dry, because they have to walk to the river. So the teams, when we learn about this, not us. But our team in the Philippines, our team in APAC got together. They submitted a grant. We partnered with different organizations, and actually were able to provide them the funds to build small boats that could give their students a safer way to get to the classroom. So when you think about a children waking up every day and trying to think about the fact that they don't necessarily have a safe place to get to school, it really impacts their educational experience. So offering that to us, and I had the opportunity to go back a few years later to see kind of like what the impact to us, and listening to the stories from the kids. Not only we build the small boats, but we also build beautiful classrooms for them, provide them with different supplies, with AV materials and everything. So it was something that you have to almost see it to experience it and to feel the impact that our employees and the foundation what we were able to contribute to. And like I said, it's something that will remain. And I said, when a child has to worry about clean water or having a roof in their school, or especially with weather like the one in the Philippines, is it's absolutely rewarding to see that we were able to make a difference.
Well, Judith, I know I wasn't there, but the way you just described you took us right to that river and right to that experience. And as you were sharing earlier, the dignity of going to school and the what the team did to provide the boats, the classroom, that
Mhm.
opportunity. It's really that ripple effect that is going to affect future generations. So thank you
Mhm.
so much for narrowing it down, because I know that was really hard to sharing the one story. And
Mhm.
and something that I think is that we're talking about today, the importance of education externally about helping people in our communities. I also know that TTEC is really big on education here for our own employees. So could you share a little bit with us about the importance of education here at TTEC as well?
Absolutely. I think we're passionate about it internally and externally. Our commitment to education is truly very rooted in everything that we do. We have an amazing learning and development team led by our Chief Learning Officer, Julie Stone. And in the foundation, we're doing a lot of partnership with different universities around the world. Most recently, we just closed a partnership with the Brown University, which provides online access to online classes and to college education and advanced education as well for our employees. And they can receive grants, they can use their tuition reimbursement, and to make sure that the financial impact is from zero to very minimal. We also have some amazing award learning programs that are available to all our employees through TTEC Talent. We have our mentorship program. We have a lot of different things. We take pride on the fact that 85% of our leadership team actually has grown through the rank in the organizations. But we also know that jobs are changing. The things that we do today are going to change in the future. So I would say the most important skill for everyone to exercise today is to learn, unlearn, and relearn. So it's really about like that continuous learning mode, because the world is changing too fast. Technology is changing the way that we do things, the way that we do things. It should enhance and improve every single one of our roles. So I just encourage everyone to take a few minutes just to invest in yourself, and make sure that you're feeling that you are in a journey of learning, and it will feel very, very rewarding, I promise.
I love it. So for those in the back, take
Mhm.
time to invest yourself
Yes.
and invest in yourself. And I love that if you're taking notes, learn, unlearn, relearn.
Mhm.
Really important, as you said, in our dynamic world that we have. I just want to take a minute and go over to the chat and ask you to share with us what's one big or little thing that has happened where you feel like you've been able to make a difference as well. I do see that we have someone in the chat also saying that she loves that TTEC gives an avenue to support her cause as well. And TTEC has helped me send 40 kids to school with the grant. Your purpose and background is very relatable, Judith. You inspire us in so many ways. Oh, goodness, a little teary, giving the chills over here. Aluv is also saying hello. Anne says, I will never forget the experience of giving PCs to these schools and helping them keep up with technology. Just definitely to your point, Judith, in a fast-paced world of ours. Amazing experience to be with these kids. And hello to Rachanan from Malaysia and Alou, again, from Cape Town, South Africa. You're really bringing the global crowd today, Judith.
Yes.
So that's
Love
awesome.
it. Absolutely.
Great opportunity for a ripple effect today. So we're nearing the end of our conversation. And if people aren't inspired already about rolling up their sleeves and getting active in their communities, what are the ways? You're a very busy professional, busy mom. You have a lot of amazing things going on. What keeps you motivated to be somebody who wants to give, to really embody the spirit of giving back?
I think for me, it's been, I know that personally, I wouldn't have what I have, I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for the people that touch my lives in many different ways. From the company that sponsored my scholarship to migrate to the US, to the mentors that I had along the ways that showed me the ways, whether it was on the educational side, on the professional side. So it's super important for me to pay it forward. Because again, I personally I'd seen it with my family, I'd seen it with my father, I'd seen it with many people, many of my friends and colleagues, that what difference can it make when you have a positive person, a positive influence in your life and helping you guide or sharing the things that to do's and not to do's. So for me, that's really what keeps me motivated. And again, it's about the long lasting impact that we can make in someone's lives. Even if you can influence one person, think about all the impact that we can make. We have 50,000 employees at TTEC, so that's 50,000 more people that we can touch, and there are ways in which you can touch a massive number of people. So just invite everyone to take action. There are many different ways in which you can do it. So let's do that together. And like I said, for me, it's just part of my personal mission to do that.
Great. Yeah. Thank you so much. That opportunity to impact each other here at our company and externally in our communities is so powerful. And the change can all be within each of us as well. And I know Micaiah, she's on my team. So I really want to be sure to share this because she got a TTEC Foundation grant approved recently. And on August 9th, they're going to pass out backpacks filled with supplies. So thank you, TTEC. I know she's going to get some great pictures of that too, so that we can all experience that moment. And Lavinia is sharing the kindness we give to our community often returns to us in a way we live our lives. Tomorrow, I'll be flying to Bicol to give back to the community, embracing the opportunity to make a positive impact. Badal, congratulations on your 22 years here at TTEC. Enjoys being a part of, oh my goodness, this is amazing, the annual TTEC Wellness Walk over the years with friends and family to make a difference to the community. And you sure have, Badal, and thank you for your leadership alongside your team with that as well. So Judith, we're nearing the end of our time here together. And for those that are watching from TTEC and haven't maybe submitted a grant before, we know there's so many things that can maybe get in the way. Like we all want to give, but maybe it's who do we give to? They call it nuisance costs. Who do we give to? Maybe somebody else is giving, that, bystander effect or that paradox of choice of like, oh, there's so many things, so I'm just going to do nothing. Can you give us some easy steps, if you're a part of TTEC, that we can all activate and become a part of the TTEC, what the TTEC Foundation and our communities have to offer?
Absolutely. So, and for TTEC employees, it's super easy. We have our TTEC Foundation space where you have all the details, but 3 simple steps. There is a nomination form. You just have to invite a few fellow colleagues to co-sponsor the activity that you are actually very passionate about and submit your grant. We will take care of the rest and do all the activities, paperwork, processing payments, and all of that. So you leave the logistics to us. all we're asking our employees is to participate. Tell us what you're passionate about. Partner with communities. And I think there are different ways to do it. Well supported with foundation grants. We can support you that way, but also participation is important. So volunteering in those activities, being part of the challenges sometimes that the schools have. We have a lot of employees that participate actively either in boards or participate in volunteering efforts, and we want to encourage that to continue to happen. Truly, as we touch base today, we have the power to make sure that a child doesn't have to cross the river walking, or have access to clean water, or not have a book to read, like what Rebecca was sharing earlier. It could be the first time that they have a book in their hands. And as she mentioned, it has a high correlation to the success, to the academic success that they will have in the long run. So let's work together and help build a better future for our children.
Yeah, I love it. And I can attest to that. It is easy. And if anybody's looking for someone to sign their grant, I'm in. Let
Mhm.
me know. Just email me and I would love to co-sign on your grant as well. Judith, just before we wrap up, I do want to share with you also Jerome's story. Through the TTEC Foundation grant, we had the opportunity to support San Fernando Elementary School in a meaningful way last year. They received brand new PCs, sports equipment, LED TVs, all aimed at enhancing both learning and student engagement. The PCs are now helping students to build digital literacy, while the TVs are being used for interactive learning in the classrooms. The kids are having a renewed energy when their PE classes, giving kids a fun, healthy outlet they had. So many ways that through the work that you and the foundation and Ken's commitment all those years ago has around the world. So thank you so much, Judith, for enlightening us today, firing us up to be the change in our communities,
Let's
and
take action.
your time.
Yes.
And we wish you a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye, Judith. See you soon. All right, everyone. If you are looking for becoming a part of a company where you have ways to give back, we'd love for you to come and check out ttecjobs.com, where you can learn all about jobs that may be in your community. If you don't see anything that live today, that's okay. Join our talent community and we'll be sure to push those jobs to you as they become available. Do want to shout out a very special team. This is a job that we have for a recruitment marketing supervisor with one of the best places to work in the Philippines on our talent attraction team. We're looking for somebody who wants to blend strategy, marketing, leadership to help us as part of our kind of internal advertising agency as we go to attract talent around the globe. So cool opportunity to be a part of an award-winning company, a best place to work in the Philippines, work remotely, and dare I say, alongside a very fun team. So we encourage you to check out this job if you're in the Philippines and looking for a supervisor role. This is just one of hundreds that we have on TTEC Jobs, so we hope that you come and check us out today. Thank you all for joining us. We hope you walk away inspired to give back, whether that's through volunteering, cheering somebody up in their day, or being a part of our grant process through the TTEC Community Foundation. Very special thanks to Judith for joining us today. She was one of the panel when I first was being interviewed here at TTEC, and I appreciate her leadership over the years. So I'm humbled that she joined us here today. Thank you to Dora and Monique, our producers behind the scene, helping us bring this to you. We'll see you back in 2 weeks. Have an amazing day. See you soon.